What if I told you the single biggest upgrade for your health isn't some expensive pill, but it's actually waiting for you in your grocery cart? And get this, what if that same simple change was also one of the best things you could do for the planet?
All right, let's get right to it. The TLDR is this. We're talking about 3 super simple rules that can help upgrade your health, and the planet's too. And the best part? No crazy calorie counting, no feeling guilty. It's just a simple but really powerful shift in how you think about food. You know, for so long, we've been fed this idea that getting healthy is all about restriction, right? It's about cutting things out, saying no to everything you love. But what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backwards? What if the real secret isn't about what you take away, but about embracing abundance and just adding more of the good stuff in?
So, to really get why this works, we've got to look inside. I mean, deep inside. There's this incredible, bustling ecosystem living right inside of you. Think of it like your gut's hidden garden.
Okay, so this garden we're talking about, it's your gut microbiome. And it's home to trillions of tiny microbes that are basically your partners in health. Seriously, they help with digestion, they support your immune system, and what's really fascinating is that research is showing more and more that they're even linked to your mood. So the idea is simple. When you take care of this garden, you thrive.
But here's the catch. For this garden to really flourish, it needs a very specific kind of food. And that food is fiber. The problem? A staggering 90% of people in Western countries just aren't getting enough of it. We're basically starving our most important internal ecosystem.
And you can see the consequences right here. When our gut microbes don't get the fiber they need, they get hungry. And they can actually start to munch on the protective mucus lining of our intestines. Yikes! That weakens that really critical barrier. But a high-fiber diet, it does the exact opposite. It strengthens that barrier, it feeds the good microbes, and lets them create all these awesome compounds that support your overall health.
And here's the thing, this isn't just about your physical health. It's so much bigger than that. It's about your whole self. There was this amazing study that found a direct link, a positive one, between eating more fruits and veggies and having higher levels of happiness and life satisfaction. So yeah, tending to your inner garden can literally make you feel better. How cool is that?
Okay, so how do we actually do this? How do we start tending to that garden? Well, the good news is it's not about some radical, stressful overhaul. It really comes down to 3 simple but really powerful rules.
So here they are. Rule number 1, aim for 30 different plants every single week. And don't worry, we'll get into why that's way easier than it sounds. Rule 2, eat the rainbow. So try to get 7 different colors in weekly. And rule number 3, aim for about 500 grams of fruits and veggies every day. That's it. That's the framework. Pretty simple, right? Let's break them down.
All right, first up, 30 plants a week. So why 30? Well, the research is pretty clear on this. A diverse diet leads to a diverse gut microbiome. And a more diverse microbiome, it's kind of like a rainforest. It's just more robust, more resilient, and better at handling whatever comes its way. Now, before you think, 30? No way. Hold on. It is so much easier than it sounds because we're not just talking about, carrots and apples. It's the whole shebang. All your fruits and veggies, legumes like beans and lentils, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and even the herbs and spices you cook with. Seriously, that little sprinkle of cinnamon on your oatmeal? Yep, that counts. And our app, by the way, helps you keep track of all of it. Okay, moving on to the next 2 rules. These are all about variety and getting enough of the good stuff. Rule number 2, eat the rainbow. Those beautiful, vibrant colors you see in plants, they're not just there to look pretty. Each color represents different phytonutrients. These are powerful compounds with unique health benefits. So for example, red foods have lycopene, which is linked to heart health. Those deep blue and purple foods are packed with antioxidants. So by eating a whole bunch of different colors, you're making sure you get a broad spectrum of all that goodness.
And last but not least, rule 3, 500 grams of fruits and veggies a day. Now, don't worry, you don't need to get out a food scale. An easy way to think about it is just 5 handfuls. A handful of berries here, a handful of spinach there. It adds up way faster than you'd think. And again, the app tracks all this for you automatically, so you don't even have to guess. Now, here's where it gets really amazing. When you start eating this way, the benefits go way beyond just you. You're not just building a healthier body. You're actively helping to build a healthier planet. I mean, it's a total win-win. Just take a look at this. When we shift toward a more plant-rich way of eating, it has a massive impact on our collective environmental footprint. It means using less land,
less water, and creating way fewer greenhouse gas emissions. It just goes to show that your small, delicious choices on your plate can add up to huge, huge wins for the planet.
And that's where the app comes in. It's basically your friendly guide to make all of this super easy. It'll help you track all those different plants and colors, it automatically counts your daily goals, and it even gives you gentle little suggestions along the way. The whole point is to celebrate progress, not to chase after perfection.
So here's what I really want you to take away from this. You don't need to do some giant, stressful overhaul of your life to get started. Honestly, your very next meal can be that first, simple, positive step in the right direction.
So here's my invitation to you. This week, just give it a try. Try the 3 rules. Aim for 30 plants, 7 colors, and those 5 handfuls of fruits and veggies a day. Go ahead and download the app to get started, and you can discover for yourself just how easy and, yes, delicious it can be to upgrade your health and the planet's at the same time.